So now I've clicked on Parkdale High School from the library's main page, and you'll notice the different resources that we have available. We have ebooks, different things for students, for teachers, and librarians. And I'm interested in checking out some of the ebooks. So I'm going to look at Capstone. When you get to Capstone, you have to put in the username and password, and you know where to find that. So I've already entered that. And this is our Capstone platform. So these books are similar to the Rosen ebooks in that they can read to you. So I click on this one, click on the green play book button, and the book will load, and you can read it page by page or all at once.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by...
So this is a really nice platform. And then the different features are that you can look at the contents of the book. You have writing prompts, discussion questions. You can dive deeper into submarines, read about the author, look at a glossary, and look at copyright information, the table of contents, and go to the beginning. So these books highlight the words as you go along, and you can turn the highlighting on or off however you want to do it. And then you can just turn the pages.
Introducing Captain.
Yes, I highly recommend that you check out some of the Capstone ebooks. And we also have some ebooks that are 4D ebooks, which you highlight over the app and different things will appear on your device. So this is really exciting. So for Capstone ebooks, you can sort it by the newest titles and the most popular. So you can see what we have available and then what's most popular. And look at the title. You can do a visual search, or you can put in whatever keywords that you're interested in. And we have subtitles in Spanish as well as English. And it also has a lexile range, which tells you how easy or difficult the book is to read. So this is a really fun resource. I highly recommend that if you're going to explore ebooks, that you definitely take a look at Capstone. Now I want to explore another ebook, but before I do that, I want to show you the catalog tab. This is where you can search for library materials. You click on the catalog tab, and then here in the middle you can choose what type of material you would like. So let's say you're interested in finding an ebook, and you can just type in whatever keyword you want and press the keyword button. And you could be able to find different ebooks that we have available. And when you find a book that you're interested in, you click on Open. Oh, and you have to log in with your PGCPS account, and you'll be able to read the book. So when you search for ebooks, different platforms will open up, and then you have to find the right password to plug it in. That's why I wanted to show you where the usernames or passwords are in. So this one is on a platform called Follett. And so different ebooks are on different platforms. So when you click on an ebook to open it, this was also Follett. Then you would log in with your username and password. So these are all the different ebooks that we have available. Let me try this one. And this is also a Follett. But we have different companies that have ebooks available on our website. And when you click on it, you have to log in using the username and password that list that I showed you. Okay, so most of them seem to be Follett. So that's how you search the library catalog. And you click on, let's try this one, Open. This one is a Gale Virtual Library ebook, and so you would put in the password that you find on the list and read that kind of book. So whenever you click on an ebook, you have to look at the name of the platform that the ebook is hosted on, and then put in the username and password that matches that ebook. So let me just go back to home, the catalog, library search, and I want to show you. Let's go on home, and I want to read a book from ABDO Digital. It's always a great idea to just explore all these different things because there's so many fascinating resources available. So I click on ABD Digital, and I want to find a book about football. And I can press the little search button. And notice here it says there are 0 hits, 0, no books at all that mention football. So whenever you do research, you always have to pay attention to your subject headings. So don't just take the first search results as being absolute. So I'm still interested in football, so I have to think about what category of information is football. And you have to, whenever you're doing research, you have to think about the category of information that you're looking for. So I'm looking for sports. Football is a sport. So I click on that, and guess what? There is a book about football that mentions football, and this a book about RG3 when he used to play for the Redskins. So this is very important whenever you're doing research, to not just use your keywords and give up if you don't find anything. Always go back and look at the subjects and then do another search that way. So whenever you're doing research, your keywords are what you come up with, and the subjects are what you use to do additional research. I'm going to talk about one of my recommended library article databases that I think everyone should try, and it's called SIRS Knowledge Source. So you click on that, and the username and password is where I showed you. And when you click on SIRS Knowledge Source, it comes to this page here, and it has a lot of features to this database. When you do a search, you can search by subject. You have to know what your subject is, and you can also search by keywords. And it has, the first page has a lot of leading issues, pro and con. You can click here and view all the issues. So if your teacher asks you to write a paper on a topic, whatever, you can probably find your topic here. One topic I want to explore is bullying. So you click on that, and one of the features of the pro and con leading issues database is that it will have an essential question, and it gives you more information that you want to read first. So if you want to do background reading on your topic, you can start with the essential question, and you can read more. It also has excellent critical thinking skills, and if you were writing a paper or something, you could probably answer some of these questions. How should bullies be punished? If you were writing a paper. It has a timeline of major events happening with this topic, and a really good research guide will help you write a paper if you want to know how they recommend you write a paper. And it has viewpoints regarding this issue. School anti-bullying programs are bringing the problem into the open. Bullying is getting worse, and stronger action is needed. So then here you can click on the articles that they have made available, and you can compare different opinions about the same topic. And if you scroll down, you'll see that your database results are listed here, and you can sort it by date, which is the most recent information will come first. By relevancy, that means that your topic appears the greatest number of times in those articles. And you can decide whether or not you like to read something that's easier to read, or if you want something more challenging to be a Lexile measure from high to low. You can also determine what type of resource you're interested in, whether it be a newspaper, a magazine, a reference source, a government document, a primary source, have videos, statistics, and recommended websites. And then whenever you're doing research, remember I told you need to know what your subject headings are. And here that gives you see also subject headings. So if you're interested in bullying in school, or if you're interested in cyberbullying, then you would click on these topics and get further information. So if we look on the first article, it's called, the title is Trump's Horse-Faced Slur is the latest in a long line of attacks. And if you click the subject heading, and you'll see the subject headings that are related to this article, like women's rights, bullying, physical appearance, Donald Trump. And you would click on the article, and it would open up for you. And it tells you the Lexile level that it was written in, the date. It was published in the Washington Post. You can save this article to your Google Drive, add it to Google Classroom. You can print it, email it, export it to EasyBib. This is an online resource to create your save your citations from doing research. Here you can cite it, and then you can see additional related topics that you can explore. And you can translate this article into a number of different languages, which is really nice. And then over here on the right, you can listen to the article. Then you can also download it. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the article, you will see the citations. There's a summary of the article, and then you'll see the citations that you can copy and paste and put in your paper. And then additionally, you will also see additional subject headings that you might be interested in. You can also tweet it, Facebook it, print it, and all these other different ways you can manage your online resources. So if I click on More Plus, it gives me a list of different ways I can share my research with myself or someone else. And my favorite tool is called Diigo, which is an extension that you can put on your Google Chrome browser. And that's my recommended one that I always use whenever I'm doing research. So if I wanted to save this article, I could click on my Diigo app and I can save it as a bookmark. Then I can put my description. My tags would be Trump and bullying against women. You can even, once you have a whole list of your citations, you can even put it in an outline format. And you can also use this tool to work with different groups and share your resources if you're doing a group project or something. So that's my recommended go-to tool to save whenever I'm doing research. All right, and another thing you can do is you can click on an advanced search, and here's where you can see something called Boolean logic, and that's where you can combine words together using the operator and or not. So you can put in Trump and bullying and men, or Trump and bullying and women, or Trump and bullying Hispanics, or Trump and bullying minorities, or Trump and bullying and people from the Middle East or African countries. There's a lot of different ways you can search for Trump and bullying. Find articles. You can determine whether or not you want to receive it in a newspaper, a magazine, or reference material, etc. So this is SIR's knowledge source, and I highly recommend that you use this for your research. It also has something called issue researcher, and I guess that's this part right here. It has something called government reporter, where you can find reports published by the government and federal agencies, National Archive documents, and then it also has something for the Renaissance, so more artistic literature, multimedia, and things like this. So this is one of my favorite go-to resources whenever I'm doing research, and this is SIR's knowledge source.